Welcome. My name is Michael Mastro, and welcome to my YouTube channel about transformational Vedic astrology. Today we're going to look at the chart for Aldous Huxley. He's a very famous writer in the early 1900s, late and later 1900s. He was born July 26, 1894, 1:20 a.m. in England. And if you looked at the eastern horizon when he was born, you see that Gemini, the constellation associated with Gemini, was rising at 3 degrees. 3 degrees becomes the most effective point of every house. Any planet within 5 degrees of that, anywhere from 8 to 28 degrees, has impact in his life. We're using sidereal zodiac, the Vedic sidereal zodiac. So this would be 1 month behind whatever his sun sign is. But we are mostly focusing on his rising sign, which it changes every 2.5 hours, versus the sun sign, which changes every month, once every 30 days. And the moon sign, which changes every couple days. So rising sign gives a lot more exact picture of personality, life, timing of events. So we're going to first look and see how the planets are operating in his chart, and then we'll see when they're operating, and then we'll look at what we could do to remedy his chart. So first we want to see what the functional malefic planets, any multicona sign 1, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 11 that is found in the 6th, the 8th, or the 12th house, those are the Dustana houses or the challenging houses, becomes malefic. And for a Gemini, there is no multicona sign in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th. So it's a very good sign in that particular way. But Rahu and Ketu are malefic for every chart, every rising sign. So if they were close to the rising sign degree, then they would afflict the houses that they're in, 6 out of the 12 houses, basically. But in this case, they are not close to the rising sign degree, and only Rahu afflicts the sun, because it's 5, 7, and 9 houses away. So Rahu is afflicting the sun, which is at the same degree, almost the exact same degree as Rahu. So the rest of his planets are all benefic. So Sun is at 10 degrees, and it's ruling the house of entrepreneurial success, and it is placed in the house of wealth and recognition and continuation of the marital bond. But it is afflicted by Rahu. So it gives entrepreneurial success through the significations of Sun, which are executive, organizational skills, and Sun being in this house of wealth and recognition, it supports that entrepreneurial success. He was a writer, so he's not really working for other people in his own sense. He's working for himself out of his home most of the time. And now, Sun represents eye, and it's placed in the house with the right eye. So later on, we'll see that in 2011, he got an infection in his right eye, and it caused him to go blind for quite some time. And it really opened up his perception and developed his creativity, because he began to see things in a different way. Now, Moon is at 12 degrees, and it is ruling the second house, of wealth or recognition, and it's placed in the house of income. So it says that he can gain wealth and recognition through public connections. Uh, Moon represents public, through mind and intuition as well. And it made him very intuitive. And Mars is at 26 degrees. Any planet that's more than 25 degrees or less than 5 degrees is said to be in old age or infant state, so it is slightly weaker. Now, Mars is ruling the house of income, placed in the house of career. So it says that he can have income through courage to look at things differently, through expanded perception, it gave him a lot of ambition to be successful in his career as well, a lot of energy. Mercury is at 2 degrees, so it's less than 5, so it's slightly weak, but it's close to the rising sign degree. So it does have some strong impact, and it is ruling the house of happiness, home life, a mother, and it is placed in the house of wealth and recognition. So Mercury itself it says that he can have happiness through communication is a signification of Mercury, and this is also his voice. So through his voice, through his writings and publishing, he got his happiness. Now, because it is slightly weak and it rules this house of mother, and it is a little bit weak. His mother actually, he didn't get good support from his mother. His mother died when he was fairly young. I think he was 14 years old. Jupiter is at 2 degrees, also weak, but close to the rising sign degree. And it is ruling the house of partnerships and living in foreign lands, comforts living abroad. So Jupiter's in the first house. So it gives partnerships in writing, publishing, and spirituality as well. And let's see. Yeah. So, and then Venus is at 8 degrees. Venus rules the house of creativity, children, investments, and Venus itself is representing fine arts, performing arts, and healing arts. So it says that, and this is the house of creativity. So it gives strong, it's his very strongest planet. It gave him very good intellect. This is the house of intellect, creativity, through his fine arts of writing and publishing. And it gave him strong, it also represents wife. In fact, he was a Mensa. His intellect was very, very strong. Mensa means high IQ. Saturn's at 27 degrees, and again, more than 25, so in old age, so slightly weak, but gives good fortune. It's ruling the house of good fortune, law, religion, beliefs, and teaching. And it's placed in the house of happiness and home life. And so I would say he gained good fortune through Saturn itself is discipline, the discipline to sit and write. He wrote over, I think, 50 books, and some of them had a very spiritual outlook. And also, Saturn represents service. So he actually, a lot of the money that he earned was to help people escape from Germany, Jews to escape from Germany during the World War II. Rahu and Ketu are at 10 degrees. And again, Rahu's afflicting sun. So, but Rahu's in the house of career. So it gives ambition to be successful in career. And Ketu is in this house of happiness and family life. So it gives a spiritual aspect to his happiness and family life. And Rahu is also drugs. So some of his books, like The Doors of Perception, where he wrote after he got expansion of his mental capacity through taking LSD. So let's look at the timing of events. He was born during a Venus period. Venus, again, becomes the root of his tree of life. So this is his fine arts, the writing, became his life purpose. And he became, had this eye infection in his right eye during a sun or moon period, moon second house, right eye. Sun is also eyes. His brother committed suicide during in 1914 during a sun period. Sun is older sibling, and Mars was involved in the transit there. Mars's brother. He wrote a lot of books, famous books like The Brave New World around 1932 during a Mars-Jupiter period. Jupiter is writing and publishing. And in 1937, he moved during a Rahu period. Now, Rahu, he moved. Whenever you move, the house that's involved is the reason that you move. He moved for his career from England to Los Angeles or Hollywood, and became a screenwriter. Very famous, was involved in screenwriting Alice in Wonderland and a lot of very famous movies, and wrote a lot of books In 1953, during a Rahu period, he got involved in taking drugs to expand his perception and wrote books about it. Again, Doors of Perception was one of his famous books that I read when I was in the 60s. I was a young teenager or older teenager. And it really opened up my perception to the expansion of the mind, that there's more to life than what you see exactly. He died in November 22nd, 1963, during a Jupiter-Venus period. Now, if we look at the chart for that time period, 1963, what we see is this is November 22nd, 1963, the same day John F. Kennedy was killed, and C.S. Lewis or some other famous writer. So it wasn't big news, because big news was JFK being shot that day. So what you see here is that natal K2 is afflicting Moon. Now, he died of throat cancer. So this is the throat. K2 is Cancer. And Moon is in the house of death-like experiences. So, and then you see a lot of planets in his house of health challenges at that same transiting that at that exact same time. So the outer planets are the transiting planets, and the inner planets are where the planets when who are born. So this is natal K2, afflicting 5 houses away within 5 degrees of the moon. And Saturn is also longevity, so that's also impacted. So these are the main points for the chart. So, uh, Venus was very strong and well placed in his chart. But the other planets could have been strengthened and even helped his success even more. So by strengthening Sun, by wearing orange and wearing a kavash, which contain a locket containing the Devata yantra for the Sun, or wearing a ruby. Moon, wearing a moonstone or the kavash, wearing white colors. Mars, wearing red colors, um, red coral, or the kavash containing the yantra from Mars. Mercury, wearing green and wearing a kavash, or wearing a emerald on a pinky finger. And then Jupiter, wearing yellow, and wearing a gavache or a yellow sapphire. Saturn, blue sapphire, wearing blue. And then avoiding any dark browns or grays for Rahu and Ketu, which we don't want to strengthen. But those two planets, Rahu and Ketu, can be transformed by chants and charities. So he did do a lot of charities with this, helping the Jews escape from Germany. Rahu is listening to chants, any kind of chants, but Shiva chants would be very powerful for transforming Rahu and then helping people that cannot help themselves. K2, helping spiritual organization and listening to any kind of chants, but Ganesh would be very powerful. So those are the main points for the chart. If you're interested in a transformational Vedic astrology reading, you can go to www.vastucreations.com and under services, and there's yearly readings, life readings, compatibility readings. Or if you want to learn transformational Vedic astrology and be certified as an astrologer, you can go to www.americaninstituteofvastu.com. Thank you for listening, and we'll take another person next week.